Hello and welcome back to Marineford TCG. We've missed Shanks Saturday for a couple of weeks, but today can be Shanks Sunday. Honorary Shanks Sunday. Anyway, EB02, I've not played any Shanks yet, so I want to sort of see how this does into the new main men of the meta. Green-Purple Luffy especially is probably the matchup I wanted to test most. I also wanted to try it against the Red-Green Smoker that won the event. And we've also got a game here against Usopp, who was good in OP10, so should probably be good in OP in EB02 as well. Just going to jump straight into the games. I'm going to talk about this at the end, so let's get into it. Okay, this is the one I wanted to test. I'm going to go first because I absolutely want to go first into them. This is looking reasonable. We can destroy the thing, the pudding, so it will keep. Yeah, hopefully Uta can find us something useful. Many things that Uta can find us right now. Wow, never mind. That is shocking. Damn. Oh well, I was hoping for something like it, maybe the stage, maybe a building snake would have been pretty good. But what can you do? Nami Searcher does grab the Sanji and Pudding. Another Nami Searcher does grab another Sanji and Pudding. Ah dear. Well, we're just going to go 5-5 here, keep it simple. Keep it nice and simple. Then next turn, he's going to play Zorojiro. We don't have an answer to that because we didn't draw one. If he wants to take again. Can't imagine he'd love to, because we are piling on a lot of pressure if he does. Gives us a Frankie. I'll take that. A life and a Frankie on 3 Don. Not what I was looking for, but it's fine. It is fine. Grabs the 6-cost Luffy. Yeah, we'll let the Uta go. We will let the Uta go. Yeah, no. That's fine. Not getting noob checked today, brother. I'm afraid. Chopper is good. We'll hold one up for Chopper. So we'll just swing 6. I'm tempted to just swing 5, because he's probably going to take this anyway, in all honesty. No, because we need to keep the Divine Departure. What am I talking about? What am I yapping about? Might as well swing 6. Force him to take it will give us a 2. And we'll just play out this Chopper. So even though all of his swings are 6, the Chopper being 6 himself means that with our leader effect, we can get 1 block for free, hopefully. He's going to be able to play out the Sanji and Pudding this turn. Very nice. Does also do a Nami search. Okay, so he's not going to fall for our Chopper shenanigan. Going merry, very good. Doesn't really do anything into us though. Don't swing 5. You do your leader effect first, at the very least. Even if you're going to use all that Don to, like, whatever, at least do the leader effect first so you're at 6k. Good, he does. He realises. Going merry comes down, draws a card. This does nothing because we are power-based, we're not cost-based. All good. We'll take this one. No trigger. And then if you want to attack with Zorojiro, it's a free block. Yeah, slight misstep on the order of operations, but can't fault him for that. He's probably not played into these cards very often. Lucky Roo would have been lovely instead of the Chopper, because we'd been able to remove the Zorojiro, which would have been even better. So on 6 cards, I think I will attack the Zorojiro, and we're just going to play out the Divine Departure. Remove the Sanji Pudding. Seems good. Yeah. Let's attack the Zorojiro, see if he wants to give us a card or the card. Just give us a different Zorojiro. Then we'll go with Divine Departure. Use the card action. Go this. And the turn. So we're sort of stabilising. We're getting towards our more powerful part of the game. Next turn we can do Otama Beckman to remove another Sanji Pudding. He can, if he has a third, he can play out another one here, which is very depressing. But it is what it is. There's not much we can do about that. Luckily, just a Zorojiro, though. That's nice. That is nice. Does grab Gum Gum Giant. Good card. 6. I think I'm going to, again, do the thing with the Chopper. If he wants to ram 7 into Chopper, I'll probably just 2k out of it. Yeah, we'll do this. Block. Solve. If he wants to do 6 into life, I'm going to 2k this, honestly. A very simple 2k. So we're going to go with it. Stay nice and healthy, because his aggression can come out of nowhere. That's pretty good. We could do that. Swing into this, kind of demand the Gum Gum Giant. But I do like developing the Ben. Yeah, I think we'll develop the Ben. So we'll go 8 for Otama and Ben. Do we want to hold one up for Gum? No, I want to swing. I'm going to do 6 into Zorojiro. See if he wants to save it again. And there's another Zorojiro. He's going to run out of resources eventually. Do this here. We finally develop a meaningful character. We've removed 2 Sanji puddings. Let's see if he has another one. Otherwise, he's going to start hurting for Don eventually. Deck's just so powerful. Okay, Rush Luffy comes down. Rush Luffy does come down. We can remove that next turn with a Divine Departure. If we can draw Tenkos Shanks, that would also be excellent. Because this is likely to remain tapped. He's going to restand it. Interesting. He's going to go very low on Don this turn. If he wants to use his leader effect, he's going all the way down to 4. So he can't giant. Interesting. I think next turn, if we don't draw anything good off the life or the draw, it's going to be Divine Departure plus Lucky Root. So I want these. I don't care about these, but I'm going to take this one. No trigger. We just get a Hongo. Not bad, though. Hongo's not bad. I'll use his leader effect. Very low on Don. I'm going to take the freebie while I can. He wants to attack the chopper again. It's fine. The chopper's done its job. Okay, looks like he doesn't. Looks like he's going to go something like 7-8. Well, we'll have to counter this one. This is very easy. Another 6. Yeah, I don't love that. I don't love that at all. We are going to get to keep our chopper though, which is good. I think we can afford to go very low on resources. Because we're taking out this. We have maybe we can take out a Zorojiro. Our leader's not going to get to swing though if we do this plus this. I'll take the last swing. Fine. 2 for Bargwa. Sure. Going Merry. Doesn't matter. Ooh, Rayleigh. Does that change anything? Rayleigh is pretty good. Rayleigh is pretty good. We could bring this down to 5. Just make it very hard for him to actually do anything. And then we'd be able to hold one up for the Divine Departure still. 2 Don open. We could remove a Zorojiro, bring this down. Maybe remove it, maybe not. Not sure what the right line is here. Do you think we really need to remove this? But if we can hold one up for the Divine Departure, I think that's better. Let's go with the Rayleigh. And then this is at 5, so let's go 7 into 5. He can use his Bargwa. There's the Bargwa. Very nice. Resolve. Let's demand at least one more 1k. Sorry, one more 2k. So I do think we're going to need to hold one up for the Divine Departure. Yeah, okay. Back on 7 Don. Man, you can be so greedy with the Don in this deck, it's crazy. There's Wanky. Very nice. This is a tricky matchup. I wish we'd seen something better in the early turns, because our early game was pretty ass. Chopper put in a lot of work. Chopper did put in a lot of work, but... No. That's just really bad play. That's just really bad play. 6 into 5. What's the most he can do is... I mean, if he wants to restand to Don, he could do... I'm just going to take this one. We've got the Divine Departure, we've got the Rue. We don't have the leader effect. It's the only thing we don't have. Eight into 7, no. Oh, this only buffs leaders, doesn't it? Do we just let this go? I have to think about 2 lucky Rues. That's awful. That's awful. I think we have to let it go. Oh man, I wish this buffed characters. Damn. What a boob. Oh, okay, we get another Rayleigh. That's pretty good too. That is pretty good too. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that. We can do... debuff... here and here again. I think it's just the same again. Yeah, seems good. Seems good to me. He's on how many Don? 4. We can force him to Giant. Let's go 8 into 6. So if he takes this, we just slam 15, so he has to counter. Yeah, sure. Seems good. Then we'll go Rayleigh. -3. -2. Go. And we'll go 6 at life, get one more card. Oh, and he has to Giant. He's on 4 Don for his turn. That's terrible. I think we've ground him out this game. He's just got no Don to work with is the problem. And this is debuffed. Rayleigh, we're putting in work in this late game. Rayleigh putting in a lot of work here. I'm impressed. I mean, I know the card's crazy good. Don't get me wrong, but... we're going to just do a 1k out of this because we want the debuff to go on this anyway, because this is the only thing that's really threatening. So we'll go... cancel, just lose the Lucky Rue. Yeah, because we want the debuff to go on this because we get double value. We get the double value. Divine Departure only buffing leaders is kind of awkward, I'm not going to lie. Yep. And the numbers just add up really nicely. The numbers just add up really nicely with how aggressive he was with his Don. I think the turn where he played this Luffy... What can this swing? If he does Don -2, he can't restand anything. Let's just give him the Lucky Rue. Like, the game is just over, I'm pretty sure. I don't see a way for him to win. Do 9 with Rayleigh. Yep, and there you go. There's the game. So we're just able to grind him out. We want a rematch? No, never mind, he left. I was going to give him one as well. I do want to test more and more of this matchup because it seems like this is the deck to beat. And if you can't beat this deck, you're in a pickle. But we did just beat this deck. Either way, that was a fun game. Well played to our opponent. Let's move on. If you're still enjoying this video, do consider liking and subscribing. It really helps me out and you'll get more One Piece content in your feed. Got a game into Smoker. This should be an interesting one because I'm going to take first because I think they like first. And this hand I think is pretty good actually. This is weird because his characters get bigger, right? So it should be hard for us to deal with in theory. That's what I'm thinking at least. Well, we can only take Building Snake. Building Snake is pretty good though I think in this matchup. He doesn't really have a way to deal with Building Snake. And yeah, it's just very powerful. Gonna grab a 3-cost Sanji. Not bad. I think I'm going to play out the Building Snake. I don't think he has anything that stops us, that punishes us for doing that. So we'll play it out. Then we'll play out the Red Force. Getting the stage down seems pretty compelling. If he wants to play out his Sanji, he's going to play out Chopper and Pass, sure. We could remove this with the Marco. We could remove this with Marco. How much do I care, though? Here's the thing, right? How much do I care? I want to do it. I just want to. Is it correct? Honestly, probably not, but I want to get rid of it. Just to exert dominance. Here comes the 5-cost Smoker, though. The 5-cost Smoker is probably the scariest card in his deck. We're going to take whatever his leader swing is. Yep, there we go. 3 stands, all is done. 6 into 5. We'll take this one. Rayleigh's good. Rayleigh's good. Not this turn, but next turn for sure. And there goes Sanji. Sure. So we're probably just going to go with Lucky Roo this turn. Rayleigh next turn is 1k off killing Smoker. We play out the Hongo. We can get there. So we're playing Lucky Roo and Hongo. Seems good. Yeah, seems pretty good. Let's go 5 on 5 to start. See what he wants to do with that. We'll keep piling on some pressure. We'll go 6 on 5. Then I'll play Lucky Roo. And I'll also play Hongo in the turn. I guess didn't strictly need to, because we can Otama Rayleigh next turn. Yeah, I guess we just didn't strictly need to, but it's fine either way. This Roo's probably just going to block the Smoker hit, take out Sanji. He'll get to draw a card, but it's fine. All good. Okay, never mind. Lucky Roo's going goodbye. There's no way you hit Marco here, right? But yeah, I think that's correct. I think that's smart. We have to let this go, unfortunately. I don't love getting banished, obviously, but a little tough. The aggression this turn is going to be strong. 7 into 6. He's got all of his. He's done this one. He hasn't done this one because we can do 7 again. Let's just counter out this one. I do want to keep my Marco. We're getting rid of this next turn anyway. We're going to get rid of this. All he's going to have is Ben. I'm going to save it. This might be very greedy. This is probably very greedy, but it is what it is. It's what I'm going for. I'm going to bring it down to 7. Bring it down to 5. Yeah, and then we can... Yeah, then we can do the Rayleigh, right? Yeah, it's good. And we need to put the 2 on, so we can actually put the 3 on Ben, which is pretty impactful. Let's guarantee the KO first. Let's guarantee this dies. Yep, he gets to draw. It's all good. Do we want to play out Building Snake? Not really. Do 6 at life, get a 2k most likely. Nope, he's going with Kid this turn. Okay, but we have Building Snake, so I think we're in a decent spot anyway. Or this. This is at 5, so yeah, we can do -3, -2 KO. And then we'll end the turn. All this power down is excellent. It's like he has to remove the Hongo. Otherwise, if he's going with a Kid game plan, well, the Hongo just is very good against that. But so is the Red Force. So is this Building Snake. It's just kind of tough. I am going to let this go, though. I am going to finally let the Hongo go. Hongo go. But yeah, it has to be Kid here. Yeah. Nice. He's going to have 2 more Don. Plays out to Shigi. I wasn't planning on removing it anyway, I'll be honest. This is 2 for Osnante and then swing 6 into life. Yeah, so he has 5 cards. We can bring this down to 7. Bring it down to 4 very easily. And we got 3 meaningful swings. He's 1 blocker. I'm going to take... No, that's not great. Do this. I don't think we need to use both building snakes, though. And we can develop this chopper, I think. This is now at 4. This basically requires 3 cards or the block. He gives us the block. Do 8 into 4. Lets it go. Cool. I'll take that. Do I want to try and remove this Ben? I don't hate it. Don't hate it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna actually. Oh, he could... No, we need to save this in case he has another kid, right? Yeah, in case he has another kid. So we've got 3 Don. We're swinging 8. It's probably just going to be 8 into life. We could do 5-5 into life. That's better, right? Yeah, that's better. Do 5-5 into life. Post-game Marineford here, just watching this game back, and I think this is a massive error that I made here. Once he countered the 5 from leader, I think what we definitely should have done here is put all 7 Don on Uta and just swing into Ben, 9 on 7. Either we get 2-1 out of his hand, and then he cannot go for the kid game plan, because he has no cards to defend kid, and then we just go for game next turn. He only has 1 life, he'd have 2 cards, and we don't die. What I opt to do is play out the chopper, and I think that's a mistake because of Holy Jones. And Holy Jones resting the blocker, he would have 3, 4, maybe even 5 attacks. We have 0 counter, so I would be really relying on what came out of the life at this point, which is greedy and unnecessary. I think if we just ram all the Don into Ben, we keep the 2k in hand, we don't die, and I think we're just generally in a better position. Either way, let's see how the game pans out. I'm going to take, boy, the blocker, and the turn. If he has another kid bunker, we have another building snake. Should be fine. 2 into 2, yep. You can have the Uta. I don't care about Uta. That's all good. Unless he has some kind of rush unit, we're not dying. Because we've got 2 life in a block. There's another case. So it was another kid. We sort of suspected that. Another Rosinante. Sure, why not? Why not, brother? Do 8. What's he got? 7. Now we can't actually save this, Marco. Yeah, and we don't have an event, sadly. That's a little bit of a shame, but what can you do? And we have to take this one. Red Force is not what I was looking for. Marco's pretty good, though. No, it's not, because of the stinky Tashigi, right? Yeah, we can't interact with it. This is at 7. Yeah, we just need to remove this and then get lethal, but it's easier said than done, right? This is definitely going to help. It's down at 4. 8 will make the block, unless he's drawn a whole bunch of 2Ks since then. In which case, we ever go 10? No, we can't. We have to just go on 8s. Hope that he can't counter out of this one. Goes to the block. Okay. We go 8 and then 10, right? Yeah. If you can counter out of an 8, we lose. But we lose anyway, right? Yeah. The only play. If he can counter out of this, we lose. Looks like he can't. Can you counter a 10? No. Okay, yeah, he had no counter. I think going for the K on that Marco when you had 2 Don for Jisoshi is pretty greedy. I think I'd have preferred to see him... Yeah, GG's, that was a good game. But I think I would have preferred to see keeping 2 up for this, because it potentially gets you out of 2 attacks. Yeah, I'm not sure if he made the exact right line there. I think we were very smart to keep the building snake in hand, the second building snake. Could I have gone for the Ben? on that previous turn. Yeah, maybe. It didn't seem like he had a lot of counter, but I assumed he'd have a 2k. And I feel like the 5-5 was pretty good too. Hey, it is what it is. It was a close game. We just about got there. We're going to Usopp. We're going second. I don't mind this, actually. I'm going to keep. I think the Lucky Roo should be pretty good into them, because even if they kill it with a Zoro, we're going to get to kill the Zoro. So that seems pretty promising. Leo is going to grab a double attack Luffy and a Zoro. Yeah, that's what I mean. I think the Lucky Roo could be pretty good in this matchup. It's hard for them to deal with without us getting pretty good value of our own. And this is also only opponent's turn, which is quite relevant. We'll end the turn there, nothing too crazy. If he wants to do anything for 3, might just slam 8. Now, we could use the Divine Departure, but I do think Divine Departure could be pretty good to keep. He's going to go 6. We could 0 cost, so we could 1k out of this. I don't hate taking the first one. Definitely not going to trigger that. But yeah, okay, Ideo comes down. Sure, why not? Let's go 5-5, and then we'll just play out Lucky Roo. If he wants to clear it with Zoro, then we clear the Zoro, so it's kind of fine. He's just blocked this. Yeah, he just blocks this every time. But we've got to clear the Ideo at some point, so we might as well do it now. Deploy this, end the turn. With any luck, he might not. Just realised my mic was in Narnia, so apologies if the audio was terrible. For the first couple turns, nothing too crazy happened anyway. I just played a Lucky Roo. He did the funny thing where they play out a blocker, then block for free. Very good. Zoro is going to kill Lucky Roo, but Lucky Roo is going to kill Zoro back, so no one really got anywhere from that. Fine though. Oh, and he did play out the Corridor Coliseum. And he can't swing with his leader because we can just do -1. Yeah. Okay, that is fine. Well, we can do Uta and another Lucky Roo. That seems reasonable. He can do Kairos, the Rebecca Kairos play this turn. Let's go with the Uta, see what we get. Building Snake seems good. We're going to 8 next turn. Not going to play out the Building Snake because it's very easy for him to kill. We could get the Red Force. But I don't think it really changed any math. I think the Building Snake is probably our best bet here. But let's go with it. Turn those there. Then if he is just doing the Kairos stuff, he can't do anything with his leader anyway. So we won't keep 1 up for Divine Departure. We'll just swing 6. Nice simple 6, and then we'll play out Lucky Roo. If he wants to, he should probably just bounce it with the Kairos. Or he might as well develop something. Looks like he got a trigger there. Probably the King Kong gun. I think the triggers draw 3 trash too. But chose not to use it, of course. He doesn't need that trigger right now. Definitely not. So yeah, we're expecting Rebecca. There she is. There's Kairos. And maybe Cavendish rested. Zoro, sure. Zoro can kill Uta. Kairos can bounce Roo. Seems reasonable to me. Yep. Seems pretty good. Pretty good stuff. And will we just see a pass? Most likely. Don't think there's much else he's going to want to do. Yep, and we do just see a pass. So I think I like the Rayleigh, but I also like Building Snake Beckman. I also like Building Snake Beckman to remove the Kairos, which is a much bigger threat. And I think that's what I'm going to go for here. We could, of course, go with the Divine Departure, but I think getting the Beckman on the board seems very important. Let's go 5-5, see if he wants to counter or take. Probably just counter this one because he's going to get to draw a card. If he does take, he won't get to draw a card with his leader effect, so he should definitely counter this one. Gives us a Rebecca. Yeah, but I do think the best play is still to just get rid of the bigger threat. So we'll go with that. And at the bottom, go with Ben. Go with that. He can draw his card. That's fine. And then we'll pass it over. And he's going to be looking presumably for another Rebecca combo. He does still have that aggressive Luffy that can attack our active characters. So that's something we definitely have to watch for. That's probably one of the scariest cards in his deck for us. Because everything else is not that threatening, in all honesty. Leo's going to come down. We're going to do a search. He's find a Rebecca and a Barto blocker. Nothing too crazy. Trashing Cavendish from hand. Interesting. I feel like if he had that, he should have played it out over the Zoro. So I get the impression he drew that either off the leader effect or the draw for turn. Because the Zoro killing the Uto is just not very good. This being able to draw 2 trash 1 would be really good. Here's another Rebecca combo, unfortunately for us. We do see a Luffy come down. That is nice. We can remove it with the Divine Departure, which is not the worst. Do I want to? Not overly, but we'll see. He might choose to attack anyway. He can attack either he can attack Ben. If he wants to. One-legged soldier. Gonna come in rested? Sure, why not? Excuse me. We could also... Sure. I mean, it doesn't matter what order you do this, really. If anything, you should have just done 6-6, probably. We'll give him the Roo here. And then I'll take the Zoro swing. Yeah, I'll take the Zoro swing. I don't mind going down to 3. We're not really in any danger. If he doesn't swing with Zoro, that's also absolutely fine. But he definitely should. Yeah, we'll take this one. Get another Divine Departure. That's okay. We do get the Rush Shanks. I do like that. I think we will go that. We do want to take out this soldier. Bringing down the Luffy by 1 is really nice, because we can always just put the leader effect on it and bring it down again. Yeah, that seems good. He's going to get the draw. So let's just deploy this. We'll attack this into this. He'll let it go and get his draw. Then we're going to take out the soldier, because I do really think taking out the soldier is essential. Otherwise, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. Potentially, if he has some kind of crazy removal for our Shanks. I don't want Shanks to get removed. I doubly don't care about Rebecca now. So we'll just do 12 into 5. Get him down to 2. And we'll just pass it over there. He's got all his Don, but this is sort of the peak of his play. Rebecca's search comes down. Grabs another soldier. Okay, so he could have some kind of removal combo. Or he could just be taking that as a 2k. Looks like he's got something. Just the Ben, though. I'm not that worried about the Ben. He must have a Zoro to remove the Ben. Sure. That's fine. He's got 3 Don left. It's not looking amazing for our hero here. If this Luffy stays tapped, then the Rayleigh's going to eat his ass. And as is the Shanks. To be honest, the Rayleigh's going to eat his ass anyway, isn't he? Because he's at 6k. We'll just go cancel there. Give him a chopper. Not really sure where this 2 Don's going. 6 into 5. I love countering this one. This 2 can't go on Rebecca. It must be just for one of the little chump blockers. Yeah, it's going to be for a chump blocker, isn't it? I'm going to take this one. Yeah, I'm going to take this one. If he wants to attack again with it, then I'll counter that, obviously. We've got the 0 cost. I don't mind using them, but... It's like, this can't go on Rebecca, because Rebecca's at 3, and I still have leader effect. He's going to stand up the Luffy. But it doesn't matter, right? Because of the Shanks effect, Rayleigh just decks him. Is not great for our opponent here. Not great at all. I think we're in a very strong spot. I'll probably leave 1 up for a Divine Departure. Hideo, sure. It's fine. Newgate's reasonable, but not this turn. We definitely want Rayleigh this turn. Do 6. Yeah, we're removing this. We're going to debuff this Zoro big time. It's fine. He wants to stay at 2. It's fine with me. We'll just attack in. He can do his block thing. Very nice. Genius. Rayleigh comes down. -3, -2, KO. And then we'll end the turn with 1 open for a Divine Departure if we need it. We might even not need it. We've got a 2k. This cannot attack. But realistically, it's only his leader that can attack this turn. He really needs to see something good. This Shanks on curve is quite threatening for Usopp, whose characters are all just very mid-range. Seems like this is a pretty positive matchup for Shanks, honestly. He's gotten a draw every turn, but just not seeming to matter, to be honest with you. It's not seeming to matter very much. His characters are just too weak. That Kairos, the one Kairos he's seen getting removed, I think was very impactful. Glad I made the choice to get rid of that, rather than just the Zoro, even though it cost just 2 cards. I think it was worth it, definitely. But we'll see. We'll see, he might be able to cook something up, but I'm not seeing it really. He does have the King Kong gun, which can make him very big and have double attack. But yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of counter. We've got a lot of counter. Don't never do this. Even if you're going for game, never like give out your Don. Just learn to do the maths in your head. Because now we can just, he's giving us all of his numbers. He's just giving us, he played well up to this point as well. That's a little disappointing. I think he's also forgotten that this is at 3. Yeah, he's forgotten completely that this is at 3. 6. We'll just go cancel 2k. 6. We'll use the leader effect. And then just give him a Ben. That's not that. That's -3. He definitely forgot that was minus down. Oh dear. We'll just take this one. That's fine. Red Force. Imagine if that had trigger play, man. Okay, so looks like we're going to win here. Go 9 with Rayleigh. If he wants to counter a 9, we can just go another turn. It's no problem. But yeah, all the rest of these are going to be much bigger than 9. Yeah, and there's the concede. So he had a 4k counter. He was going to get another 2. But yeah, he couldn't counter anyway. Nice win against Usopp. Seemed very compelling. Very conclusive, at least. Yeah, Red Rock could have helped him a lot, but didn't see it. It's unsearchable, so hey, well played to our opponent. Let's move on. So this was heavily based on a list that won a flagship out in Japan. Shout out to @fmte. I'll have their X linked down below. You can check them out. They won a flagship out in Japan, beating most of the meta decks to go 5-0. Their list was slightly different. They had a 4th copy of 10 Shanks and a 4th copy of Divine Departure. I cut those for a 4th copy of Hongo and a lone copy of Usopp. I'm a big fan of Usopp, but yeah, couldn't really find any more room for any more, at least before playing this a little bit. And I'm fairly pleased with the changes. I definitely like the extra 2k. I was finding this Divine Departure anyway. A small sample size, of course, but it is what it is. So I think this list into Green Purple Luffy has a lot of strengths. The Green Purple Luffy's weaknesses are removal, and this sort of build of Shanks with the stage and all these removal pieces is very good removal. Especially if you can get first into Green Purple Luffy, you're on odds, of course. You can get this stage out, then on your 7-Don turn, Ben Beckman just clears the Sanji Pudding super cleanly, which is exceptional. And even if you're on evens, you can just do Divine Departure, all 6, get rid of the Sanji Pudding. And that's the most important thing, I think, in that matchup, is to slow them down. Of course, they have their rush units, like the 6-horse Luffy, that can get them a bit of aggression. But generally, we're decent at dealing with cards like that, because our debuffs from both Rayleigh and our leader effect really weaken that Luffy in particular. Similar to how they're really effective against Green Zoro in decks like Bonnie. They're similarly effective into the Rush Luffy in Green Purple. So I think this is very reasonable. I mean, the ideal curve, of course, you can get something like Building Snake on 1, into Red Force on 3, into Marco to remove Zorojuro on 5, into Ben to remove the, where's Ben? There he is. Ben to remove the Sanji Pudding on 7. How do you lose from there? I simply don't think you do. It's just such a good curve if you can get it. That's the problem, right? If you can get it. A lot of these stuff are unsearchable. However, a good amount of it is also red hair pirates, so you can grab it all off the Uta. I'm a really big fan of the searcher builds. I do want to try the event soon. Probably have a couple games of that next weekend, maybe? I do want to try out those, but I've not been hearing great things about them. I've been more hearing about Stage recently. I thought we'd try this out first. Cards that I change. Little underwhelmed by Newgate, but it is very good in Doflamingo, as is Rayleigh, so I'm probably going to keep a couple. I might go down one Building Snake. I would also like to find room for another 1 or 2 2Ks. But I'm just not really sure what to cut. Could go down to 3 Marco. I'd be tempted by that, to be honest. Maybe go down 1 Marco and 1 Snake. Go up a couple Lime Juice, maybe. Where is he? Here he is. Maybe even a Lime Juice and a Usopp. No, we'll just go with a couple Lime Juice. Yeah, I think this will probably be the list that I try next. Let's give that a save there. 2Ks in Shanks, as you know, are just incredible. And especially now that we have this chopper that we sort of actively want to play out. And a lot of the time we end up playing Otama to combo with our removal pieces. Anyway, I think one thing this deck would be quite weak into is Blackbeard. So if you're very afraid of Blackbeard, I'd probably opt for more rush cards, 4 copies, an extra copy of this, maybe a copy of Roger, and of course the Dragon. No Dragon in this list is a little weird, but I wanted to try full-on control, see if that can deal with the green-purple Luffy a bit better, and I think it does, generally. But if you've got a lot of Blackbeard in your meta, maybe check out playing a couple more rush cards. But just from the sort of spread we saw in that tournament, I think if Doflamingo and green-purple Luffy are going to be the best decks in the format, Blackbeard's going to kind of struggle. So, I don't know, it's a bit of a meta call, right? Shanks you can tech for anything. You've just got to call the right meta. There's one of Usopp you can also cut, of course. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed those games. Let me know what you think of Shanks with Stage. If you've tried out the event and you've got a list, please shoot me it. I'd love a starting point, and that would be pretty cool. Either way, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.